What's up guys, Vitters Comics here, back again with another video. In today's video I'm gonna rank all Flash seasons from worst to best. Also, this is just based on my opinion, but yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So in last place or 8th place I have season 7 of The Flash. Now this is the most horrible season by far. Now I think the first 2-3 episodes with the artificial speed force were okay. They could have done a better job, but yeah, they were okay. But the mid part of the season was some of the most boring, lazy writing, unwatchable things in probably cinematic history. Like, I could have barely watched it. If I wasn't a die-hard Flash fan, I would have probably gave up the show right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it about this season. Nothing really good to say. The Gatsby arc was pretty good, but yeah, there's nothing really amazing to say about this season, so let's move on to the 7th spot. For the 7th spot, I have season 5. Now, I know a lot of people love this season. I can see why. It's because of Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash in this season is absolutely amazing. His mastermind, the way he plays it out, the way he manipulates Nora, and just him being Reverse Flash. He's absolutely amazing in this season. This is by far Reverse Flash's best performance. But what makes this season not so enjoyable to me is Cicada. He seems like a really boring villain, both Cicada 1 and 2. Every time I just see him on the screen, I just get uninterested, bored real quick. It's not because they're bad villains, it's just that their story, the way it plays out, and the whole power dampening thing, it just doesn't really work out for me. Plus, don't even get me started on the suit for this season. That helmet, yeah, absolutely horrible. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to the 6th place. So for the 6th spot, I have season 6. Now I know a lot of people absolutely love this season, but I'm personally one of the people who think it's a bit overrated, and here's why. I think the Bloodwork first half of the season is some of the best storytelling, if not the best storytelling, I have ever seen on this show. Bloodwork is an amazing villain. The character development is great. Flash in the first part of the season, he is pretty good. And just the whole cast and overall, the whole first part of the season is amazing. But what makes this season kind of bad for me is the second part of the season. It's some of the most uninteresting, boring, lazy writing stuff I've ever seen on The Flash. Like the Iris in the Mirrorverse. It's just not good. I think this season would have worked way better if Bloodwork was the villain for the entire season. But you know, the way it is, I'm gonna have to keep it on the 6th spot. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the 5th spot. So for the 5th spot, I have season 8, the most recent one. This season has surprisingly been very good. I had low expectations for it because of season 7 and the second half of season 6, but surprisingly, it's very good. The Despero part is interesting. I like it a lot because of the Armageddon event and Flash's character development. I think Despero is an interesting villain. Could have been better, but I like him the way it is. The next part of the season, the mid part of the season with Deathstorm, is absolutely amazing, and Frost's sacrifice really made me cry, and I like rarely cry at shows or movies. So yeah, it was really emotional and it really played an impact to this season. And the last part with Flash and the forces, the negative forces, Tron, that was also pretty good too. So overall, this season was actually really interesting, but I just think the first 4 are way better. So anyways, I'm gonna move on to spot number 4. So for the 4th spot, I have season 4. Now this season is way better than, you know, the first 4 I talked about. This season is very good. It has by far the best suit. It's nice to see that we got a villain that's not a speedster. It's actually something unique, the Tinker. He's a pretty good villain. What else? Ralph Dibny in this season is absolutely amazing. I think he is the star of this season. But the reason why it's not in the top 3 is just that it doesn't really have the same magic as the first 3 seasons had. And the mid part of the Tinker story is not really good. But overall, this season is actually pretty good, but it's just not as good as the first 3. So let's move on to the number 3 spot. So for number 3 spot, I have season 3. I know a lot of people say that this is their favorite season, and it's because of Savitar. Savitar is an amazing villain this season, and I love how he's the future Flash. I love the way Barry finds out who's behind, you know, the Savitar suit. I love Kid Flash this season. I love Jesse this season. HR. Overall, this season is amazing. No complaints about it whatsoever. It's just that I like the first 2 better. So yeah, let's move on to number 2. So for the number 2 spot, I have the first season, season 1. This season is the perfect season of the Flash. Reverse Flash is the best villain in Flash history, and I think he does a very great job in season 1. Maybe not as good as in season 5, but still, he's very great in this season. Barry's great, Cisco's great, just everyone overall in this season is great. The plot is amazing, the CGI looks gorgeous, the suit looks amazing, everything about this season is great. I just like the darker tone of season 2. So I think you all know what is gonna be my favorite season, but let's move on to the first place. So in first place, I think it's pretty obvious, is season 2. This is my favorite season of the Flash. When I think of the Flash, I think of the Flash season 2. This season for me is the perfect representation of what a Flash story should be. I think Zoom is an amazing villain in this season. The darker tone of this season works so well. Them visiting Earth 2 and seeing that there are multiple Earths, it's amazing. Supergirl cameo is pretty good too. You know, Harry is also a great character. Everything about this season is so great. The suit, the storytelling, the character development, everything about this season is amazing, and this is why it's my favorite season of The Flash. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Comment what's your opinion, what's your ranking. My ranking is probably definitely different than yours, so I'd love to see your guys' ranking. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.